Hey Lash sis, I'm T the Brand, your lash marketing mentor. I teach lash artists how to make content easy, marketing simple, and how to keep clients coming back. Welcome to my channel. And if you're listening to the Powerhouse Lash podcast, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. Today, we're going to be talking about how to start a lash business in 2026. And really, this is how you start a lash business in 2020 because these are the steps that I followed to start my lash business, or that I wish I could have followed to start my lash business, because some of them may not be exactly what I did, but for the most part I think it is. Anywho, let's get right into it. Now, if you haven't already grabbed your notebook, make sure that you do that, because we're being strategic and not just intentional this year so that we can achieve the goals that we have set for ourselves. If anything in this video stands out to you, something you want to remember or maybe do a brain dump about later, write it down so that you don't forget it. All right, let's get to it. The first thing that I would recommend you do to start your lash business is look up your state requirements. Some states don't require you to have a license to do lash extensions. In other states, they do. And in some states, they require you to have a specific license, or you have options. For example, in the state of Texas, we have 3 options as to how to become a licensed lash artist. We can complete a full cosmetology program, we can complete an aesthetics program for estheticians, and we can complete a specialty lash licensing program specifically to do lash extensions. Other states, they may not have the lash specialty program because it is fairly newer, and I do know that there are some states that do and don't have it. Now, some states don't require you to have any kind of legal paperwork at all. So you would just look for a trainer to get a certification from. Now, let me tell you something. A certification is just a piece of paper. It does not really mean you have mastered lash artistry. It does not mean that you should start taking clients immediately. It is just a piece of paper that says, hey, I hosted a training. You came to the training. Thank you. That's it. So make sure that if your state does not require you to have an actual lash license, that you find a trainer that is going to train you, and you continue to take courses to really help you learn how to do lash extensions so that you can be the best at it. All right. The second thing that I would do is take the training or complete lash school. Now, when it comes to the training, they're usually maybe 1 to 3 days. You may find some that are longer. You want to make sure you complete the training. You have to have the full training in order to do the skill. And then with lash school, you would, of course, complete the hours that are required to receive your lash license. Now, after you finish lash school, because I do know lash artists who have gone to lash school, they've graduated, but they don't ever take the state exam. You are not a licensed lash artist until you take the exam. So make sure that you go and complete your state board exams as soon as you can when you get out of lash school, so that you can start your lash business up. And it's easy to remember all of the requirements the sooner you do it right out of lash school. Don't wait and sit on the knowledge and get rusty on it. Go pass that exam and get your license, okay? Hey Lash sis, real quick, I'm excited to share with you something new that I've brought to my YouTube channel, and that is YouTube memberships. YouTube memberships is a space where we can have more focused conversations. I'm able to go deeper into my processes that have helped me build a sustainable and successful 5-year lash career. I am able to share with you more direct practices to help you continue to grow on your lash career journey and make it easier. And I'm able to share with you things that I wouldn't normally put in my public social media posts. There are 3 tiers to YouTube access. The first being community access for $5.99. The second being priority access for $14.99. And the third, which is where you want to be, gives you powerhouse access to super member only exclusives for only $24.99 a month. If you've been looking for some form of mentorship that is affordable, this is where you want to be. Okay, let's get back to the video. But if you're interested, make sure you click join on my channel. Don't waste any time. Number 3, find supplies that you can trust. For me, my supplies were from thelashsupply.com. And to this day, I still use the lash trays from thelashsupply.com. First things first, this was a new store that was opening up in my city. They had stores in other states, and of course, I learned that after the fact. But I really trusted their brand. I loved how their adhesive worked for years until I became a UV lash artist. No, actually, it was sometime in 2024 when I started using Lash Maker's Pro Clear and Pro Level adhesive. Ooh, Chef Kiss is the best adhesive I've ever used. That was traditional adhesive, but I really did love the LashSupply.com's adhesives. They're really affordable as well. I use their lashes. Now I am a UV lash artist, so I don't use any traditional adhesive. But I also still use their lashes. So the lashsupply.com was the company that I chose to use. I do not recommend going supply crazy with all of these different companies when you are just starting out. You are putting out a lot of coin without a guarantee that you will be getting coin back to replenish these things. So start simple. Start with good quality and work your way up and experiment as you have the means to experiment with different products. Moving on. Number 4, take models. I encourage lash artists even when you don't have clientele, when you're building your lash business or starting your lash business, and when you hit a space where you don't have clientele, take your models. Take models for free. This allows you to get more practice in. This allows you to make those mistakes and those inconveniences, like taking 4 hours to do a full set. Models, when they are free, they understand I am coming to let you experiment. Now, if you're taking models because you're a pro lash artist, then I do say just discount the price. And that's just that on that. I would say do that for your model so that you can get the practice in to build your skill before you start taking paid clients. Number 5, start marketing. And I would actually encourage you to do this during the time that you are in lash school or during your lash training if you can. This will help you to share your progress and to share your journey. People love to see where you started from and to love to see how you grow, how your sets have evolved and gotten better. And the sooner you start posting that content, right now it may feel like, oh, this looks bad, or oh, I'm not good enough, or oh, I'm comparing myself to somebody else's 5-year work. Like, it doesn't even matter. Post it anyway, because in a year from now, in 5 years from now, you're going to be happy that you did it. And your clientele is going to reflect that you were happy that you did it, or reflect that it was a good idea for you to do it. Separate your personal and business pages. That's another piece of advice that I would give. We don't need to know what you did over the weekend if it was not anything related to your lash business and connecting to your ideal client. If you totally relaxed this weekend because you've been on go and you just needed to slow down, you wanted to love on you, great piece of content to share. But if you were out celebrating your best friend's 30th birthday party, and we don't need to see all of that. You know what I'm saying? So separate the business from the personal so that people will actually treat your business like a business from the beginning. You got to treat it like a business first. And then, I already said this, to start in lash school. So that is that on number 5. Number 6, I would legalize my business after that. Get you an LLC, get you an EIN. EINs are free, by the way. You should not have to pay anything, and by anything, I mean a third-party website or anybody, for an EIN. That is free. So make sure that you are paying attention to anything that you use. When I set up my LLC, the system or site that I used was called InkFile, and it now has a new name that I don't remember off the top of my head, but I believe LegalZoom is still the same. And there are other platforms that you can use to help you set your LLC up. And then you can open yourself a business bank account to help you keep your business funds and your personal funds separate. In the beginning, they will kind of run in there together because you're doing everything. But the sooner you learn to separate the two, the easier things will be. My 7th piece of advice is for you to keep practicing. That's what you should do after you have done all these things, while you are doing all these things to build and start your lash business. And make sure you set your prices and start taking clients. Do I encourage you to jump out the gate charging $200 for a full set? Absolutely not. Okay. Make sure that everything about your service experience is in alignment with whatever the price that you have. If your timing is slow, okay, you might have to bring the price down. If your retention isn't great, you might have to bring the price down. If your space isn't comfortable, you might have to so make sure that you are not shortchanging yourself, but aligning your price with the quality of service that your clients are going to receive. I hope that something in this video was helpful if you are considering starting a lash business. These are the steps that I took. These are the things that I did, and they have helped me build a lash career that has sustained me for the last 5.5 years. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you like this video, please hit the like button, because that will let YouTube know that that they should share this video, more of my videos, with more lash artists around the world. And if you like what I'm talking, make sure you hit that bell notification button so that you are aware every time I share new gems on this channel. If you are looking for a front row view or inside look at how to build your lash business, go ahead and join the YouTube memberships. I can't wait to see you guys over there and see what we create, see what you learn, and see how you grow. The accountability and the support that you can expect from me is unmatched. So again, I hope this video was helpful, and I will see y'all in the next one.